So today we are going to talk about something that might be the worst golf advice ever, and it might be stopping you from playing the best golf of your life. So welcome back to the Forest of Arden. Thank you for joining me here. If you're new to my channel, I would love you to be part of my channel, and together we can help you play some better golf. There is a subscription link down below in the description box, or there's one at the end of the video if you'd rather wait for that one. So we're talking about some advice in this video. This is something that, I've been coaching for, a few years now, nearly 20 years. I've done a lot of lessons, and there's certain things that you hear people say in terms of concepts and ideas and advice, and this is one of those which really just holds golfers back and it just does them no good. So what is that advice? Well, lots of golfers give the advice or are under the impression that when we're hitting golf shots, the head should be behind the ball. And now for certain clubs this might be applicable. This might be good for driver, possibly 3-wood, but let's say we're talking about a mid-iron like a 7-iron that I've got in my hands here. Golfers are often under the impression that the head should be behind the golf ball. And very often they make golf swings, they achieve this. They keep the head back behind the golf ball. Unfortunately, it just does no good. It really makes lots of things that have to happen almost impossible to happen. When the ball is on the ground, I'm using a mid-iron or even a long iron, I really have to hit the ground after the ball. That's almost imperative to playing good golf. My golf club has to make contact with the ball and then it has to make contact with the ground. Very simply, the more I move my head back behind the ball, the more that becomes difficult to do. Therefore, if I do make contact with the ground, it's going to be before the ball. If I miss the ground, I'm going to thin the golf ball. So unfortunately, we see lots of golfers where they are believing that they should keep the head behind the golf ball, and they achieve that. So strike was pretty awful. I hit the ground before the ball. You can see my finished position. It doesn't look particularly good. It doesn't feel particularly good. And certainly it's not what we see from those best golfers in the world. So if we actually look at what should happen and actually what would be better, if we were to take, an average golfer who, plays recreationally, they would like to strike the ball better, they'd like to hit the ball further and more solid, I would see far more success by actually getting that golfer to get their head more in front of the ball. Now, I wouldn't want that to be excessive, certainly, but we actually see better things from here. We see an ability to move the club path more right, which many golfers do require. We often see an ability to hit the ball and then the ground. We see an attack angle which tends to go more negative. We see the handle end up more forward. We see lots of good things happening. Now, I certainly wouldn't want a golfer from the top to kind of lunge in front of the ball this way. That's not what we're saying. But if I hit this shot here, you're going to see just where my head is as I make contact with the golf ball. Now, on that particular swing, I did lots of things I wanted to do. I still hit the ground, as I did in the previous swing, but notice where that contact point was. It was late, it was after the ball. And that was really down to where my upper body was positioned relative to the golf ball. That enabled me to do those things well. So if you are under the impression that you should keep your head back behind the ball, if you've ever told anyone that you should keep their head back behind the ball, give them a call, apologize, tell them you're wrong, explain why, maybe even send them a link to this video. Keeping your head back behind the ball will not do any good for your ball strike, and it's only ever going to hold you back and cause you to hit the shots I demonstrated in this video. So don't worry about keeping your head behind the ball. Almost have the idea that from the top you're going to get in front of the golf ball. Your ball striking is go to a new level. You hit the ball further, you hit the ball straighter, it'll feel better, and your scores will drop as a result. Right, thank you very much for watching. Usual stuff is below, comments box, like button, and as I said at the start of the video, if you're not a subscriber, there is a link over here. Would love you to be part of my channel, and on this journey we can help you play some better golf. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon.